Well, hey, good morning, everybody. It's Monday morning, a little after 4. I got a 2-hour commute, and I figured I'd take the bike here this morning. I'm breaking in these new tires. So I ended up getting the Michelins because they were a little more road focused than the last set of tires I had, and that's pretty much what I was looking for. And so all right, they have a lot of claimed information on the Michelins, and I don't remember all the numbers because it doesn't matter to me. They're claiming a certain percentage of longer tire life, a certain percentage of more quiet, better in the rain, than the original Anakee Adventures. And there's a couple reasons that doesn't matter to me. Number one, I didn't have the original, so I don't have a baseline to compare that to. And then number two, they say, oh, it's 17% quieter or whatever the number is. That's just marketing speak, and this isn't a complaint or a dig at Michelin. This is just, every corporate manufacturer. They throw these numbers out, and, it's probably under absolute ideal laboratory testing, or even maybe they didn't even test it. It could have just been what their, what the math says. So none of that really matters to me. That being said, I can tell you right now, these tires are definitely quieter than the Dunlops that I had on there. I really doubt I'm going to get the mileage out of these that I got out of the Dunlops, but that's a trade-off I'm willing to take. They do ride nice and smooth. They feel very agile, very nimble. They have a ton of those little rubber nubs from molding on them. I don't think I've ever seen a tire in my life that had so many of them. It was kind of ridiculous, and I don't know how long that's going to take to wear off. But like I said, I got about 200 miles on them in rain and wet roads, and they performed flawlessly. They gave me really, really good confidence. So I have zero complaints about them in that aspect. I do think they work very well for that. And like I said, I only have about 300 miles on them right now, and we're gonna, what is it? Oh, by the time we're done today or this week, I'll be pushing 500 miles on the tires. So we'll give them an actual review on down the line, but this is just the initial thoughts or initial feelings on how they're doing.
All right, it's voiceover Ross now, because I wanted to record that as it was happening, so I really had the thoughts in my mind when the tires were fairly new, a couple hundred miles. It's about 3 weeks later, and I have 1,500 miles on these tires, and I really got to say, I'm very impressed. I have no complaints whatsoever. They handle extremely well. The only thing I haven't really gotten a chance to do, I haven't gotten onto any dirt roads per se, because it's been so wet. There really isn't such a thing as dirt roads where I'm at right now. There's just mud roads, and these are not a mud tire, so it'd be very unfair of me to even attempt something like that. I did have it in a small muddy section off the side of the road for work where I had to pull in, and it sunk down. Well, it sunk into mud deeper than the where the spokes attached to the rim. And I came right out of it. It was only maybe 15, 20 feet. The tread was completely packed. It wanted to get a little squirrely on me, but it did come up out of it. And within 5 feet of back on the pavement, the treads cleaned themselves out, and I continued riding. So there was no issue with that, but it definitely was not going to perform well in the mud. Gravel roads, no problem whatsoever. Very confidence inspiring. I feel fine on those. I did get into quite a bit of road construction with the groove pavement. It tracks true. No issues with it wanting to wobble or get out from underneath you. The only other thing I haven't done yet that I know I will probably in the next week or two is going across some of the metal grate bridges. When I head up to camp, there's 2 of those that I go across. But when it didn't get any no noticeable difference going from the pavement, regular pavement, into the groove pavement, I really don't think the metal grate bridges will be anything different. And they're so few and far between, I'm not that concerned about it. So all in all, I'm going to say these are an excellent tire. If you have anything that you want to know about them in my limited, now granted, I am admitting this is very, very early, 1,500 miles. But if you have any questions, drop a comment below. I do appreciate the like, the subscribe, a comment, helps the channel out. I'm just growing, and I know I'm very sporadic in my posting, but keep trying to get better at that. Anything you want to know, let me know. And thanks again for watching. We'll see you guys soon.